Welcome back to a Timey Wimey Pod, where each week we dive into the Timey Wimey world of Doctor Who. I'm Rebecca.
I'm Haley.
And this week we are discussing Series 6, Episode 1, The Impossible Astronaut. Haley, we're in Series 6.
Oh my gosh, okay. The notch is high. Everything has been turned and dialed all the way up.
Yeah.
Series 6 is crazy.
It is. We say this every episode, but this is really crazy. Like, I have been waiting for us to talk about this episode. Yeah, I can't believe we're actually here.
Me either. Like, I really feel okay. And I hope I'm not misinterpreted when I say this, but I really feel like Series 6 at times is the most crazy season of Doctor Who.
I'm hesitant to say most crazy, but it's definitely quite unhinged, and it's definitely a shift.
Unhinged is the word. I think that's actually the perfect way to describe what I'm trying to say is it's unhinged. It's like the first series that's truly unhinged in Doctor Who.
Yeah. And it also just, in a weird way, it marks a turning point in the show. I feel like we kind of like, obviously Series 5 was a huge turning point, but I feel like we're kind of moving in to something new, just narratively, storytelling wise.
Yeah.
We're telling different kind of stories on a bigger level.
100%.
Yeah. But should we share some fantastic facts first?
Yeah. Are any of them actually good ones?
One is good.
Okay.
I'll save that one for the end. Okay, so The Impossible Astronaut, it aired April 23rd. It was written by Stephen Moffat and once again directed by Toby Haynes. They've been with us since the Pandorica opens. What a run of episodes. Can we just say that? What a run from Pandorica opens to here. That's a crazy run.
No, that is a crazy run of episodes.
This episode was almost called Year of the Moon. So, which they do say in this episode, so that's fun.
I don't like that title.
Me either. An Impossible Astronaut, it just like, I don't know, there's something about it. It's kind of iconic. Like, that's a series premiere right there.
It's giving blockbuster.
Yeah. I mean, I was just about to go into my like general thoughts, but not yet. Stuart Milligan, who plays President Richard Nixon in this episode, first off, he's played a president before, not in Doctor Who, just in general. Do you want to guess which president he's played in the past?
Has it also been Nixon?
No. That would be funny, though.
Wait, is it like, you got to give me a time frame. There's lots of presidents to choose from.
I'm just going to tell you who it is because I'm not going to try to do the timeline. It was Eisenhower.
Okay. That's around, I think, the 30s.
Yeah.
1930s.
I think so.
Wait. Hold on. It might be the 40s.
I actually have no clue. I gotta be real.
Oh, okay. I was wrong. He was president for starting in 1953.
Okay. That makes sense. I know I said the 30s makes sense, but I was kind of thinking it was more recent than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but besides playing Eisenhower once, he also has appeared in the Whoniverse before. He voiced Colonel Stark in a 10th Doctor animated special called Dreamland, which I have never heard of until today.
I've never heard that before in my life.
Yeah, I didn't do any research into it, but I was like, wow, that's a thing. He also appeared in the Sarah Jane Adventures. And not a fantastic fact, a sad fact. This episode was actually dedicated to Elizabeth Sladen because it premiered like 4 days after she died, which is insane.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Elizabeth Sladen.
gone too soon. The woman
Way
was
too
gone
soon.
way too soon. It's actually really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So final fantastic fact. Originally, we all know Mark Shepard, who appears in this episode. Originally, he was going to wear old age makeup for when he's playing the 2011 old version of his character, but instead he suggested that his dad, William Shepard, play him instead. And they actually played two different versions of the same character the year before in NCIS.
Oh my. The grip that NCIS had on adolescent me needs to be studied, or maybe we shouldn't study it. That suddenly it's clocking to me.
Yeah. NCIS was like on in my house all day, every day. It was just always there.
Exactly.
I have a lot to say about Mark Shepard and William Shepard, but before we get into it,
I thought you were going to say I have a lot to say about NCIS.
I have a lot to say about NCIS. We start an NCIS podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about
oh my gosh,
Kate and Tony.
No, I could not.
Absolutely
having
not.
You an NCIS podcast kind of feels like a prison sentence. Like that, you would be doing that forever.
Forever, because it's still going on.
It's still going. Oh, scary. Yeah, I have a lot to say about Mark Shepard and his father. But before that, Haley, what are your general thoughts on the Impossible Astronaut?
It's a big blockbuster bang. That's all. Like mic drop.
Is that it? Oh, okay. Yeah. And no, you're right. It's a movie that feels like a movie. Yeah. It feels like a movie. It's cinematic. I love this two-parter. Like, it's genuinely one of my favorite of the Moffat era, of the 11th Doctor era, if not the whole show. And I know I've said that before, but it's still true. It's always true. I've said that before about other episodes, but whatever. Anyways, I think this two-parter is incredible. It sets up the story in these two episodes really well. It sets up the series really well, and it has really, really strong character moments, character dynamics, and some of the characters are just like really at their best here. I love everything about it. This is a episode and a two-parter that I will just like randomly put on its own and just watch in isolation because I love it that much. Yeah.
It's absolutely incredible, and I love this two-parter so much. Also, one of my favorite ones. What I will say, though, is like this is your two-parter in the way that the Empty Child Doctor Dances is my two-parter.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Should I cut that?
No.
Okay. I didn't know if you were like on the same wavelength or not. Sorry.
No, I agree. It's just like I also really love the Empty Child the Doctor Dances.
No, I know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like what else. Is this
Silence
my turn left?
You know what? That's a much better comparison, actually. Like the way that Turn Left is my Doctor Who episode is like this two-parter is yours.
Yeah.
This and like Silence in the Library of Force of the Dead.
No, totally. The River Song. It all comes back to River Song.
The River Song of it all. And I mean,
this episode actually, besides just River, has a lot of connections to Silence in the Library if you think about it, but we'll get more into that later.
Yeah. This episode has it all. It has death.
It does.
It has romance. It has timey-wiminess, confusion. This episode has it all, and we need to dive straight in. Can we talk about how this episode opens?
Can we not? Because it's kind of embarrassing. It's like, what a weird start to Series 6. And it throws me off every time.
For some reason, I always think the beginning clip of this is in... What is it? Is it The Power of Three or Dinosaurs on a Spaceship? I'm thinking of
where you're thinking of Power of Three.
Okay, where like the montage is of him and Amy and Rory. For some reason, I always group that in with that. So like every time I watch The Impossible Astronaut, it takes me by surprise.
No, valid. I wonder,
and
like, where is that painting of Matt Smith today? Who has that painting? Where is it?
I would not be surprised if he himself had it.
I hope he has it. I feel like if I was an actor and there was a painting of me like that, I would want to have it.
Me too. I would be very... Sorry, I just had an intrusive thought. Like, imagine it being in, like, a random London museum.
Right? Or, like, who knows? Like, just the BBC Studios storage.
Honestly, probably, or maybe it's been destroyed at this point.
Yeah. Oh, sad.
Yeah.
But I love the concept of the Doctor just like waving to them through history. Doesn't really make a lot of sense if you think too much about it, but I love it nonetheless.
It's goofy, like him. I love when Amy and Rory are like reading different parts in history and they're like, oh my gosh, is he trying to get our attention or something? And Rory is like, it's like he's waving to us through history. Right as he says that, 11 waves on the TV.
Literally waving. Yeah. I love it.
And he's wearing the fez.
He's got the fez. Good for him. He got a fez.
He did. And then they get an invite, a mysterious summons.
Yes, an iconic TARDIS blue envelope. And who else gets this envelope? None other than River Song. And this scene when the guy is like, she's doing it again. She's packing and like the alarms are going. The guards are running. So funny. That just, this is what she does. You know, she starts packing and it sends the place into lockdown. And she's still going to get away somehow.
Somehow, some way, she slips out of there every time. And before we know it, they end up in Utah, of all places, Lake Silencio.
Practically our neighbors.
Yeah. Wait, now I need to like see where it's at in Utah. Exactly.
I was gonna ask if you had been here before.
I haven't, but it's entirely possible I've driven by it. Hello, Google Maps. Why don't you know where it is? Why are you telling me it's Lake Powell?
Oh.
Sorry. No offense to Lake Powell. I'm just like really offended if that's the lake they actually filmed at.
I thought it was a real lake.
Me too. Okay, courtesy of Google, Lake Silencio is a fictional location in Doctor Who. They filmed it at Lake Powell, straddling the Utah-Arizona border. I'm actually really offended at this because I haven't been to Lake Powell, but like I've flown over it. I've seen it.
I thought this was a real lake.
I thought this was a real place.
Yeah, why didn't they just use a real place?
I'm like so confused. Like I could have sworn in the past I saw something somewhere about like this being an actual place.
I mean, like obviously the lake itself is real, but like
yeah,
I really thought
Lake Silencio.
I thought that was real. Why didn't they just they didn't like the name Lake Powell?
I guess not. Okay, and I do want to say, y'all, we're probably going to get judged for geography knowledge. We know geography. The US is just really big.
Yeah, I've never been there, and it's right next door, practically. Shout out to any Utah listeners we have. Sorry in advance.
This took a detour.
Yeah.
I'm actually really upset.
I'm really upset too. And you know what else is upsetting? The fact that the Doctor can never keep a hat, especially
Thank
not
you.
around River.
Okay. I love him in a fest, but you got to admit there's something more about the cowboy, the Stetson.
Yeah, that's a good hat. It actually works well. Like that could have been a permanent part of his costume, and no one would have blinked.
River, why can't you let him live?
You know what? I love it. I love her refusal to let the man have a hat. And you know what else I love? This denim outfit and with the white shirt. She looks so good.
So good. So good. What's not so good is Amy's outfit. And look, it's not the worst, but it's not the best.
Yeah, no, it's nothing to write home about. But
no, it's not.
It's fitting in with the they really want you to know that we're in America. Like they even had Amy and Rory get off a school bus. Okay.
I love how they had a school bus. That, for anyone who doesn't live in the States, no one travels by school bus if you're not in a school or going on a field trip.
According to TARDIS Wiki, it was originally supposed to be like a van or something that they got out of. And Toby Haynes was like, no, it needs to be in a school bus because that's such an American thing, a school bus. Okay. Yeah, because school buses just like drive out to the middle of nowhere.
Okay, I also love how they're in this diner in the middle of nowhere. This is not the last time we see this diner, by the way.
Yo. Also, the way this diner is in Cardiff, like they went to America and they were like, but we're going to go back to Cardiff to shoot in an American diner. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that is hilarious. I love how the background music in the diner is Adele rolling in the deep.
I didn't notice that. What? How have I never noticed that? Yeah, love the diner.
Jim the Fish. First mention.
Jim the Fish. Has Big Finish topped Jim the Fish yet? Like, have they done the Jim the Fish?
I don't think so.
Story? No.
I don't think so, but like every time we hear Jim the Fish, we need to write down what's said because Jim the Fish has lore.
He does. We'll come back to Jim the Fish, believe that. I love that the Doctor has his own little journal for River Song now. Like, that's so nice. I wanted to say more, but I'll wait. We random title credits discussion. I think now was Arthur Darvill in his name? Was it in the credits for A Christmas Carol?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, I can't remember either. But if not, this is his first time being in the credits. So welcome to the credits, Arthur Darvill.
Oh yeah, welcome Rory. You're finally a full-time companion. Welcome King to the trio. TARDIS trio.
He got that promotion. Mm-hmm.
He did. And then they all sit down with the Doctor at this diner and he's like, I've been running faster than I've ever run, and I've been running my whole life. And now it's time for me to stop. And I need all of you guys with me for it. And then he says after that, because Amy's like, where are we going? And 11's like, a trip to somewhere we've never been before. Space. 1969. And I get it, but on the other hand, do you not remember the amount of times you and Martha Jones went to the moon in your 10th incarnation in 1969?
Oh my gosh, you're so right. But they've never been. Like, they weren't with Martha.
No. I know. They've never been. And I know, like, that doesn't really count, but it just made me laugh.
My complaint is they never actually go to space. Not once.
Yeah. They go to 1969, but not space.
Never space. No. But we love the dramatics. And we love their little picnic by the lake. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Like, this scene by the lake is what I mean when it's blockbuster cinema. Yeah. It's a movie given a movie. Like, it looks so good. That blue water with the burnt, like, orange yellow sand Oh, it's so gorgeous.
And I love that they're all just like eating and having a good old time on a picnic blanket. It's just so classic Americana. I love it. I remember watching this and being so shook for some reason that they were drinking wine. I don't know why.
No, you're so right, because it is like, it is always weird to see the Doctor drink alcohol of any kind. It's very rare. We saw the
Yeah.
Ninth Doctor drink. We probably saw the 10th Doctor drink like champagne or something
Didn't
in
he
Voyage of the
drink it and grow in the
Damned.
fireplace?
Yes, he did. He did drink and grow in the fireplace. So he's probably drank more. And the 11th
Yeah.
Doctor, he's not a drinker, which makes sense.
No, it does make sense. We learn the Doctor is a 1103.
Yes. So very important for this podcast and or mission to track the Doctor's age. And spoilers, past, present version of the Doctor is only 909. So this is kind of where the age starts to get a little funky. Like, we still have a grasp, we still have a number, but this is when things get a little funky.
And it's interesting too because Amy even says, like, the last time we saw you, you were 908. So I did the math, 195 years. He's 195 years older.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I know.
I always think about that and think, like, he just spent a long time, like, gallivanting around, waiting for his death. He really had his, like, I mean, this is like an end of series discussion, but he really goes through his, like, 10th end of time bachelor experience.
He most definitely does. Can we talk about that?
Tyler with her homework.
Okay, we gotta wait several episodes for that, so I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna indulge right now.
Moving
on. Can we talk about how after Amy mentions this age, he's like, well, you've gained a few pounds since I last saw you.
Crazy thing to say, and she's just like laughing. And like, obviously it's supposed to be like a hint, like, ooh, she's in it, but crazy thing for the Doctor to say. Excuse me?
I would not have been giggly laughing. I would have been immediately like, no.
Mm-mm. Insane.
Mm-mm. And then there's like some weird thing that she sees in the distance, but I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Rebecca doesn't want me doing the bit.
Again, the bit is like, every time people post a photo of the silence, or like anytime the silence is mentioned, like, it's the same joke. And like, look, it was fun for the first like 10 years. Okay. I mean, that's maybe that was even a little too long, but I'll be generous. It was fun for the first 10 years. We gotta pack it up. It's over.
Come on, we can at least have like one instance of the bit that I did just now, okay?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
I think it's funny. I think it's really funny, and sometimes it does get like overdone, but I like the bit. I think the bit's funny.
And I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I specifically like it when it's like a post that has somehow gone mainstream. And so there's everyone in the comments screwing with everyone else. That's when I really like it.
That is fun. I do like that. Then we have Old Canton show up. And let me just say, this man, he says a few like ominous lines, and he really takes over the screen. Like, he has such a commanding presence as an actor. I don't know. I always remember him.
Yeah, and his lines too, they've always stick with me, because what a line to have where it's like, I won't be seeing you again, but you'll be seeing me. Like, that line eats.
No, it does.
Like, it's so incredible. And you're right, he really does have like a very like big presence, and like the couple of minutes we have with this older version of him. And I do have to say that for some reason, and I corrected myself before I wrote it down, but there was 3 separate occasions where I almost wrote down the name instead of Canton. I almost wrote down Clinton Kane.
Clinton Kane. Okay.
And I don't know why.
Yeah, that's something.
It's something. That man is something derogatory.
Yeah. But we should probably not skip over like the biggest moment in this episode, arguably. So the doctor, he dies.
He dies, dead. Guys. The show's over. Our podcast has ended. It's been nice.
I love how they even are like, Amy's like, is it a clone or something? And they're like, nope, that's definitely the doctor, and he's definitely 100% dead.
Yeah. Okay. Can you imagine witnessing someone you love die, and then it's like, you gotta set him on fire so people don't rip apart the universe to steal his body?
Yeah, that's really rough. But I love that scene. That line from Maury is one of the reasons I love him. Like, it's such a Rory moment. Like, of course he would be the one to be like, let's do this properly. Like, let's do right by our friend and like take care of things. Like, it's just such a Rory thing to think of the boat and the fire and everything. It's really, I don't know, it's so sweet.
It is really sweet. But to kind of like backtrack, the moment of all of them just watching from a distance, the doctor gets shot by this like astronaut that has come out of the lake. Like, it is crazy work. Like, that's insane for that to happen in the first episode of the season.
Yeah, like they really hit the ground running with this episode, which is part of why I love it. And yeah, everyone's performance in the scene is incredible. Like, Karen Gillan does so well here. Her mourning him feels so real, and seeing him get shot, seeing the doctor get shot like that, and then shot again mid regeneration, it is extremely jarring. Like, obviously, audiences, we know, like, okay, like, we know how the show works, we know whatever, but that is crazy, and it is always like a shock every time I watch it.
No, me too. That scene is forever immortalized to me, like in my brain, of him getting shot, of just like the background where it's this beautiful sand and water and just him falling lifeless to the ground. It's insane. And then watching the astronaut just like walk away and River shoot at the astronaut unsuccessfully. It's crazy.
Yeah, I remember watching that for the first time and genuinely being like shocked when he gets shot the first time, and then regeneration starts, and I was like, no, they cannot, like, this can't be where the regeneration happens, right? And then being shocked again when he was shot like, it is a crazy scene.
It is. I remember being so confused and being like, how can they kill off the doctor when it's Doctor Who? And then like when he pops up at the diner, I was like, what? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah. I love like River's like holding Amy back at first, you know, because the doctor told them like, whatever happens, don't interfere. But as soon as she realizes he's dead, she just like unloads her pistol.
Yeah.
So good.
So good. And just River just automatically being like going into the mode of just like doing what she's got to do. It's so interesting to see all the different reactions. You know, you have Amy who's like, you know, very, very visibly distraught, and she's like listening, trying to hear his heartbeats. And you have Rory just like completely bewildered. And then you have River like trying to make sure that like they're dealing with the body, and she knows that like, I got to do what I got to do in this moment and then like deal with the emotions later. And it's interesting to see all of like, you know, all of their reactions and how they're different.
It is. Yeah. And River is of course the first one to notice the thing about the envelopes and that they're all numbered. And I have a big River 11 monologue to go on later. But I just want to say there's something very special to me specifically that River is number 2. Like the past Doctor's number 1, River's number 2, Amy and Warrior 3, so on. It that something about that. And like just
No,
the
you're
tiny
right.
glimpses we see of this future Doctor, we see that their relationship is more progressed than like the 909-year-old Doctor, because the older Doctor, he has his own journal, Jim the Fish, River got the number 2 envelope. Like we've come a long way since our
Yeah,
Flesh and Stone beach scenes.
we really have. We have come a very, very long way. But flashing forward to the diner when Amy's just like, none of this matters because he's dead, which is so real. Like,
Yeah.
that's just like a very real reaction. And River's like putting all the pieces together about the envelope. Then they spot the envelope on the table. And then who comes strolling in with his special straw? None other than young 909-11.
This scene is so funny if you watch it from the Doctor's perspective, because River's just like, this is cold. Even for you, this is cold. And he's like, or hello. And they're all like acting shocked, bewildered to see him. And he's like, hey, like, why are y'all here in Utah? Like, what?
I love how River's response is just slapping him. And he's like, oh, guess I deserve that for something I did in the future.
Yeah. Classic.
Very classic. But he doesn't know Jim the Fish yet. That has not happened.
No, I love that delivery. He's like, who the hell is Jim the Fish?
But I just gotta say, like, imagine watching someone you love die by astronaut, and then 10 minutes later, a younger version of them just strolls in, and you have to act like nothing happened.
Yeah. And Amy's having a really hard time with this. We get that scene of them like under the console, which I love when they're hanging out under the console. I don't know why.
Me too.
I just really like it. And yeah, Amy's kind of crashing out, freaking out. I love when Levin is like, Worry, is everyone mad at me? And Worry's like, I'll go find out. So funny. This episode is really funny. Like every line has me like cracking up.
No, it's so funny. And I love how he like, I was going to say leans over, but he like, I don't even know. He like,
oh, yeah.
Leans over to like upside down. And he's like, guys, I'm being extremely clever right now and no one's here to appreciate it. Like, what do I have you for? Like, that's just really funny. Oh, and the comment he makes where he's like, yeah, this is where Canton Everett, Delaware the third is, April 8th, 1969. But that's not where we're going. Gonna like drop you and Amy off. You guys need to go make babies. River, you need to go back to prison. Why'd you make that comment to Amy and Rory? Can we just talk about that?
No, that was a crazy thing to say. They're really wanting us to think about, I don't know, pregnancy and babies, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like this moment. It's a little bit of a dark moment for this Doctor, and dark like against the people he cares about the most. And he sees not exactly, but he sees what's going on here, that they know something that he doesn't. And I love that line he says, don't think you can ever, what does he say, pull one over on me or something? Don't think you're ever capable of something like that. It's kind of a dark moment a little bit. And then there's this really interesting scene with River that I want to like get your thoughts on, where he's like, River's like, you just gotta trust me. And he's like, trust you? Like, why are you in prison? Who did you kill? Who are you? And then he's like, love a bad girl me, but trust you? Seriously? What are your thoughts on that moment? I have a lot to say, but I want to hear your thoughts first.
Okay, I think where the Doctor is at in this moment, I think it makes sense. I think based on prior experience, he does have some trust with her, but with something like this where he's seeing that not just her, but like Amy and Rory, all of them, there's tension in the air. Like there's something deep and dark going on. It's not just, oh, they saw something or heard something. It's like they experienced something. And I think the Doctor, we all know the Doctor never likes a mystery. Or the Doctor does love a mystery, but the Doctor loves knowing the answer to the
Yeah.
mystery.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's been ongoing for a while, it makes him crazy, like goes stir crazy. And so I think he was trying to kind of see if he could get anywhere with River in this moment by asking her those questions. Um, I think it makes sense. I don't think it's crazy for him to be like, I don't trust you, because how can he when he doesn't know the ins and outs of River yet at this point in time?
Yeah, I do kind of agree. I think he does trust her. I think a lot of what he's saying here is just him being a little mean and a little guarded.
Mm,
I think he kind of just wants to get that job in. I don't know, but like I think the mystery does
mm,
bother him about who she is,
yeah.
and the idea that she's important to him and in his future. I think that has bugged him since the very beginning, Silence in the
Oh,
Library. So,
definitely.
but I think it he doesn't necessarily mean what he's saying here, because I think at this point he's already smitten with her. Like he's already got a little bit in
Yeah.
love with her, and we see that like the very next scene he's like flirting with her, talking about the TARDIS. Like throughout this episode the flirting is like ridiculous.
It's
Like
like,
it's
mm-hmm.
absurd. And this is really where it gets started. Like there's always been something between them, even back in Silence in the Library. But here's where, okay, we're off. We're going. The flirting's
Yeah.
crazy. So yeah, that's kind of my speech here. But I think he at this point he really does, I think obviously there's in the back of his head, like the mystery and a little distrust there, but I think he does truthfully trust her and
Yeah.
is already kind of like falling in love with her at this point. And
Oh, definitely is falling in love with her. You make a good point about him being a little bit mean, like
mhm,
making it more of a job. He's projecting. He's mad he's
yeah,
falling in love with her, and he's mad that he doesn't know all of the mystery surrounding her yet.
yeah, it's a complicated relationship.
Very complicated. Moving on to the next character
Yeah,
in this. I think of all presidents to be in Doctor Who, it's hilarious for it to be Richard Nixon.
it's so funny. It's I don't know, the Richard Nixon of it all in this episode just really makes me laugh, and I think the
Mm-hmm.
actor does a great job.
He does. He actually does a really good job. I was looking at a picture of Nixon earlier and I'm like, he kind of resembles him.
Yeah,
Like they have similar features.
totally.
But yeah,
um
it's just really funny. And I just got to say, I love the entire Oval Office scene.
mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the introduction of young Cantwell Delaware the third, whatever his name is.
Quantwell?
Canton, whatever. But Canton, um, his introduction in the bar is really funny. And yeah, I love this whole Oval Office scene. Just the Doctor stepping out of the TARDIS and immediately being in the Oval Office is great. And the
Mm-hmm.
scene, the moment where they realize he's there, very funny. I love also like his back and forth with River and the TARDIS over parking it and everything, and then he's like, River, did you get my scanner working? Like he knew she would be able to get it working even after he was like, no, it never works.
And she's like, I hate you. And he responds, no, you don't, without even hearing her.
Yeah,
I just love it. And I love the gag with him. Okay, first off, we get Invisible TARDIS. We get the Invisible
yeah,
TARDIS. He's like, I don't know where we're getting into. So for once, I'm going to be cautious and make the engines silent. As soon as he does that, they start screeching, the engines. And River
yeah,
just turns that off. And that bit is always funny. The gag of him like walking into the TARDIS and falling over is just really funny.
yeah. It is. I love when he's at the desk and he's like, "You think you can just shoot me?" And River comes running out and he's like, "They're Americans." Yeah.
And he's like, actually, don't shoot me, all. Our
Don't
hands are up.
Yeah.
I do gotta say, there is one thing unrealistic. Well, first off, none of this is realistic. It's a show.
Just one thing.
But one thing I gotta say is I'm surprised the America, not me treating
The America,
like I'm not an American. No, I'm like surprised they didn't try to like break into the TARDIS or like take it or something.
Oh yeah,
because that feels like something they would do.
They wouldn't have just let it there. Let it be there, whatever. But
yeah, that's the one unrealistic thing. Nothing else is unrealistic.
Nothing else out here is unrealistic. Everything's completely accurate. But I love the line from Canton where he's like, "This guy just walked in here with a big blue box and 3 of his friends, and that's the guy that let him do it." And that's how they get the doctor, or that's how they get Richard Nixon to trust the doctor. What is this show? What are we talking about right now?
I'm just thinking about an episode title we will be talking about in a couple of weeks, and a historical figure that is going to be another. Like the BBC really said, Stephen Moffat, we trust you implicitly.
I mean, you got to understand, this was back when Stephen Moffat, he ran the BBC. He was keeping the bills paid, the lights on between Doctor Who, Sherlock. Like, they owed that man everything.
They did. But yeah, it's just, all of this is really great. Moffat is great. It's just, what is this show sometimes?
It's so funny. Oh, I love when the guy is like, "Don't compliment the intruder." Very funny.
I also love when 11 asks for 12 jammy dodgers, a pot of coffee, and a fez, and they're like, "We'll give you your maps you asked for," and that's about it.
Yeah. For my film bros out there, the line where he calls River Mrs. Robinson, crazy work, but very funny.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Oh, okay. The bathroom scene.
Now I get to talk about my beef.
Okay, you texted me a few days ago of this woman, Joy, in the bathroom saying you have beef with her. And I was like, how could you possibly have beef with this woman? So I'm very excited to hear it.
Okay, I do need to preface this by like giving a little disclaimer. Look, I know it's not her fault that every time she turned her back, she forgot about the silence. But oh my gosh, this lady drives me insane. Okay? Amy's like, "Girl, look behind you." And she's like, "Huh?" And turns, "Oh my gosh, Ben, is that you? Is that a mask? Is that from something from Star Trek?" And then she turns to Amy and she's like, "What, honey? What's behind me?" And like it happens again, and it's just the way she says it, and it's the same thing. That I'm like, girl, why would you think a creepy looking Slender Man sort of vibe of an alien is some sort of mask? The silents are so tall. They're so tall and so creepy. Like, girl. And then she just like goes towards it. And like, I'm sorry you got killed. Rest in peace. That wasn't fair. But also, why'd you go towards it?
Look, like, you can't remember anything. Like, it messes with your head, as we see throughout this episode and the next. Like, it really messes with you. But yeah, you're valid. I want to meet this Ben guy who she thinks the silence might be.
I know. I'm like, who's Ben? Like, do you think he's up to something like that?
Who is working in this office that would do something like this? Like, be an alien in the women's restroom in the White House, and presumably also like Star Trek. Like, I need to meet this man.
No, me too. But yeah, that's kind of my little beef tirade. I kind of went off there. Sorry, Joy. Like, I know it wasn't her fault she was annoying, but she's just annoying to me.
So she's not going to be your star of the show then?
No.
Fair enough. Yeah, but this we need to talk about the silence design, because it's so good, it's so crazy. It's genuinely creepy and scary. Like, this is what you see in your
Yeah.
nightmares. Like, this is the Hat Man. This is like you've had
Slender
too much
Man.
Benadryl. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, like, of course, I'm not even surprised. Like, this is Stephen Moffat's specialty, is like making these horrifying creatures, and he really did his big one here. Like, I know the Weeping Angels are his big one, but this is also his big one.
I'm in complete agreement with you. The Silence are one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Doctor Who alien.
Me too. Me
Because
too.
the thing is, it's not just like the design and how they look, but it's the entire concept and just how much there is to the Silence as aliens. They're so creepy, they're so freaky. There's like some like telepathy sort of, well, not that, but like some sort of psychic-y kind of vibe going
Yeah.
on with them. And every time you're not looking at them, you forget them. And this is just such like a creative design and concept for a Doctor Who alien, and I love them. I would love to see them again, but in saying that, I really want them treated well, and I
Mm-hmm.
want them written in a really great way. So like, even though I would love to see them again, I'm okay we haven't seen them again, because I really think it needs to be done well. But I just have such a love for them, and I love how Moffat has kind of like, he's really good at adding horror elements to Doctor Who and
Mm-hmm.
have it still
Yeah.
work.
I completely agree. I would love to see the Silence again. I think the problem is they're just so tied to this specific series
Mm-hmm.
6 plot line. So it's kind of, you can't just do a Silence episode the way you can a Dalek, a
Yeah.
Weeping Angels episode, because they are just so tied to what's going on in the overall plot of the series that we don't even fully understand yet at this point. So, but yeah, I wouldn't complain if I saw them again and it was done right, because I do think they are just so interesting and so iconic, as we talked about at the beginning.
Yeah.
And the Silence tells Amy that that he that she must tell the Doctor what he must know and what he must never know.
I've watched this series so many times and these episodes so many times, but I'm going to be real with you. This always confuses me. Like, you want her to tell him she's pregnant, but also don't tell him she's pregnant.
Oh, I thought it's more about like the fact that he dies. I don't know if it's really the pregnancy.
No, this whole time I've been pretty sure it's talking about the pregnancy.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
wait, maybe he's talking about both. Tell Eleven what he must know, which is that she's pregnant, which helps him out this season, but don't tell him that he's gonna die. Maybe that's what it means.
I think it's more just about him dying, but that's my personal take.
Well, but at the end of this episode, she's talking about like something she has to tell the Doctor that she forgot,
Yeah,
and it's
because
that she's pregnant.
she has it in her mind that she has to tell the Doctor something. So she does have the two things that she has to tell him. Like the fact that he dies and also that she's pregnant. But I think the Silence here is we're talking about the fact that he's gonna die.
I don't think so, but we can agree to
Okay.
disagree.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, so she goes back and she can't remember what happened, obviously. And then I love when the girl, there's the phone call with the girl. You all know, you've seen the episode. We don't gotta explain it. But
Yeah.
I love when they're going back into the TARDIS and the Doctor's like, Kenton, on what does he say? But he's like, on no uncertain terms, follow me into this blue box and close the door behind you. And of course
Yeah.
he does. And yeah, just another thing I love in this show, a rando on the TARDIS.
And I love how Rory is tasked with like dealing with Canton crashing out over it being bigger on the inside.
Yeah,
It's
and
really
he's
funny.
the one who has to explain the whole traveling in space and time thing, which he really like. He's taking his time. Rory, you got to be a little faster with this, but okay.
You know, Rory is the newest one, to be fair, so he's getting used to the role.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they're in Florida. There's the whole thing with the street signs. I
Oh,
cannot
that makes
speak
so much more
tonight.
sense.
The
I was
street
like, what?
line. Yeah. And we get another great River and 11 moment where the doctor says, River Song, you have that face again. And she's like, what face? And he says, the he's hot when he's clever face. And she's like, this is my normal face. Um, Such a good moment, such a good scene. And this is what I mean, where I'm like, the flirting, the heart, love eyes, it's already there. Like, your little
Yeah.
like dark moment back on the TARDIS, you're not fooling me. Like, I see right through you. I see what's going on. We're already attached at this point.
Yeah. And I love, like, a little bit later on, Canton asks what the heck is going on here, and 11 is like, nothing, she's just a friend.
She's just a friend. No, he acts like a schoolboy around her. It's so
Yeah.
cute. And I don't know how Alex Kingston and Matt Smith did it, like, especially with their age difference at this point. Somehow they made it work.
They're incredible, Your Honor.
They are.
Made for each other. The characters.
Yeah. Yeah. The character. But no, the chemistry is so good. They play it so well. It feels so natural. And yeah, I love it. I love when, River goes down into the thing and then she comes back and then she goes down again. And River is like, Amy, look after him. And then the doctor asks Rory to go with River, which I don't know why. That just is really sweet to me.
I really wish, and we'll talk about this more in upcoming episodes for sure, but I really wish we got more scenes like this between River and Rory. I just find their dynamic so, like, sweet and interesting. Obviously, here Rory is like, the dynamic here is a little weird because Rory is confused. River's like trying to break in. They're both forgetting. They keep spotting the silence as they're going in these tunnels. So it's a little interesting. But Rory does ask her, like, hey, like, what do you mean? Like, what you were chatting with Amy about? And she says, when I first met the doctor a long, long time ago, he knew all about me. Think about that. An impressionable young girl, and suddenly this man just drops out of the sky, and he's clever, and he's mad, and wonderful, and knows every last thing about her. Imagine what that does to a girl. What she says, oh, I don't have to imagine.
That is such a crazy line, and it really got me thinking. Okay, spoilers, like, if you're listening to this for some reason and you don't if you haven't seen the whole season, just, I don't know, do whatever you want. But spoilers, the way he's talking about that made me realize, like, wow, both the women in his life, his wife and his daughter, they have just had their lives completely overtaken and consumed by the doctor, and had that moment of him falling out of the sky and changing everything. And that is just such a crazy thing to think about from Maury's perspective. And yeah, his face here, and when he says, like, I really don't have to picture it, like, it's, I don't know, it's crazy. We're definitely robbed of River and Rory scenes. We don't get enough of them. And I'm really upset by it. But
and I do have more to say on this scene, because she also says, trouble is my past is his future, and every time we meet, he knows me more and he knows me less, and a day is coming when I look into that man's eyes, my doctor, and he won't have the faintest idea of who I am, and I think it's gonna kill me. Forest of the Dead.
She said, Silence in the Library / Forest of the Dead is coming for me.
Yeah.
And this scene is like, seeing this scene and then rewatching Silence in the Library, it really adds so much to it. It's part of what makes Silence in the Library such a good rewatch. And scenes like this in this two-parter just really add so much to her character, River Song's character, because we're really seeing the effect that their whole out of order meeting, how that affects her, and like her talking about living for the days where she gets to see her doctor, the one that knows her, and knowing that, you know, every time it happens, there's going to be fewer and further between. And yeah, it's so tragic. It's so sad. These two, Your Honor, I just can't.
Star-crossed lovers.
Yeah, cursed.
But River discovers, she's like, these tunnels, they're not just here, they're under the entire Earth. And they get into this like control console room, which interestingly enough, like it looks really similar to the upstairs flat from the lodger.
Yeah, I think they just like literally reused that set.
Oh, I know. I was being sarcastic because we talked about, I think we talked about in the lodger how they definitely reused the set.
Did. Yeah. No, it's so funny because I've seen like people reacting on YouTube and they're like, oh my gosh, it's the lodger set. And they're like, wait, why is the lodger set here? Like, what does that mean? It's like, don't worry about it. It's just the BBC.
The BBC has 4 rooms and 2 actors.
Yeah. Yeah. One umbrella. Like, that's their whole thing.
Yeah. But Amy's pregnant, guys. So is she.
She's pregnant. She bringers. Yeah. Her telling him this in the middle of all this chaos. It's like, girl, can we like take a minute? But no. Such a gag, such a plot twist, like the first time you're watching it. And then she shoots a child.
Spoilers, skip ahead like 30 seconds. Not just any child. Her own daughter.
Her child. Yeah.
But don't worry.
We don't talk enough about
fine.
that. Yeah, I mean, she's fine, but
we don't talk enough about that.
Poor little baby River Song melody pond. That is so sad.
You know what? A Good Man Goes to War episode, there's going to be lots of discussion. That episode is going to be an interesting one to do. I'm excited, but that's where I'll get more into all of those like thoughts, and we'll talk more about it. But insane way to end this episode.
Insane. Yeah. Top to bottom, this whole episode is a gag. Every scene is super fun. All the lines are really funny. There's lines even when they're in this, where are they? I don't know. But they're like, well, why would someone want to try to kill us? And the doctor's like, I don't know. Let's see if someone tries to kill us and work backwards. And then the very next line, they're talking about, why would a little girl be here? And he's like, I don't know. Let's find her and ask her. So just all the lines in this are so funny. The characters are on top form. Everyone is acting 10 out of 10. The side characters are great. The story's fantastic. And yeah, like the Impossible Astronaut, it really is that girl.
Yeah, this episode is that girl. You are correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't imagine like having to watch this for the first time and then like wait a week for Day of the Moon. I'm so sorry if that was you and you had to do that.
Yeah, and if that was you, like, tell us how that was.
Yes, I wish so badly that I could have experienced Series 6 live.
Yeah, me too. I really wish that as well. We've talked about before, we came in Series 8. Like, that was our first, like, watching in real time. But Series 6 would have been a trip. But on the other hand, I'm like, glad we got the luxury of not having to wait for Day of the Moon.
Yeah. And this is the series where they split it in half. So that would have made me really annoyed.
Me too. Oh, yeah. That is a whole thing in itself.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening to us chat about the Impossible Astronaut.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we will be doing Star of the Show, Heart of the Episode, and reviews from the past next week. So make sure you listen to hear all that, as well as us, you know, continuing to talk about this two-parter with Day of the Moon. And there's so much more to say in that episode. I mean, there's a lot to say here, and there's even more to say there.
Yeah, there's a reason why we split up these 2 episodes. There's no way you can do them in one podcast.
Oh my
episode.
Gosh. Absolutely not. No way. But until then, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Timey Timey Pod.
And email us anything and everything to timeywimeypod@gmail.com. And we will talk to you guys next week with Day of the Moon.
Bye.
Bye.
Ta-ra.